If you bought one of these 5 pickup trucks in the last couple of years, you might be sitting on a total financial disaster. We are not talking about normal depreciation. This is value falling off an absolute cliff. Automakers rushed experimental technology to the market, killed off the reliable engines we trusted, and pushed unproven platforms out the door way too fast. Now, the used market is fighting back, and owners are losing tens of thousands of dollars overnight. Let's count down the top 5, starting with number 5. Stick around for number 1, because it will make your blood boil. Coming in at number 5, the 2024 Tesla Cybertruck. Remember when a truck was just a truck? You bought a solid steel box on a steel frame, turned the key, and went to work. Back in the late 90s and early 2000s, guys drove honest beaters with solid front axles and heavy-duty leaf springs that could take a massive beating on the farm or the job site for decades. If you scratched the paint or dented the tailgate, it was just a badge of honor. Now, look at what Silicon Valley gave us. The 2024 Cybertruck is everything a classic working pickup is not. Tesla built this thing with a heavy stainless steel exoskeleton. Sure, it sounds incredibly tough on paper, but out in the real world, it is an absolute nightmare. Regular truck buyers are walking away fast. Those stainless steel body panels are fingerprint magnets, and they are nearly impossible to keep clean from everyday road grime. Worse than that, if you get into a minor fender bender, traditional body shops cannot fix it. Insurance companies know exactly how much these specialized repairs cost, which means the insurance premiums for this truck are through the roof compared to a traditional half-ton. Once Tesla ran out of the die-hard fan base who pre-ordered years ago, they had to face the regular American truck buyer. And that regular buyer is completely unimpressed. We have seen widespread early reports of steering module issues, electronic glitches, and rapid tire wear because of the massive weight of the battery pack. This beast weighs nearly 6,800 pounds, yet it cannot match the practical, everyday utility of an older gas-powered workhorse. The payload rating might say 2,500 pounds, but dropping heavy cinder blocks into this electric bed just feels wrong to anyone who works for a living. When the hype finally faded away and the early flippers cleared out, the resale value tanked. Used buyers are terrified of the out-of-warranty repair costs on a first-generation electric experiment. It is a harsh reality check for an auto industry that completely forgot what hard-working Americans actually need to get the job done. If you miss the days of simple, rugged trucks, hit that subscribe button before we move on to number 4. Coming in at number 4, the 2024 Nissan Titan XD. There used to be a clear line in the sand when you bought a pickup. If you needed a basic daily driver, you grabbed a simple, light-duty half-ton. If you hauled heavy farm equipment, you stepped up to a heavy-duty 3/4-ton workhorse with a massive cast-iron block and a rock-solid transmission. Back in the day, trucks had a clear and honest purpose. You knew exactly what you were paying for, and those rigs ran for hundreds of thousands of miles. Then Nissan tried to reinvent the wheel and change the formula. They marketed the Titan XD as a heavy half. It was supposed to sit right in the sweet spot, offering more towing capability than a standard half-ton, but with a much smoother ride than a true heavy-duty rig. The reality is, the American truck market never bought into that confusing concept. It was way too heavy and guzzled too much gas to be a practical daily commuter. On the flip side, it simply did not have the rugged towing capacity to genuinely compete against a Ford F-250 or a Ram 2500 on a real job site. It was the awkward middle child of the truck world. Sure, the naturally aspirated 5.6-liter V8 engine under the hood is actually pretty solid, but the rest of the package was a massive letdown. It suffered from an outdated interior, thin body panels, and a ride quality that felt 10 years old the day it rolled off the assembly line. And then the final nail in the coffin arrived. Nissan officially announced that the entire Titan lineup is dead. The 2024 model year is the absolute end of the road. In the automotive market, nothing destroys your resale value faster than a dead nameplate. The moment buyers hear a truck is discontinued, pure panic sets in. everyone immediately starts worrying about long-term parts availability and whether local dealerships will even support them in the future. Because of that fear, demand has fallen off an absolute cliff. Used buyers are walking right past these on the dealer lot, leaving current owners holding the bag with a massive loss in equity. It is a sad but true end for a truck that just could not figure out what it wanted to be. Drop a comment below and let me know if you would ever risk your hard-earned money on a discontinued truck. Coming in at number 3, the 2025 Ram 1500. There is a deep, nostalgic connection American men have with the rumble of a naturally aspirated V8 engine. For decades, you could walk onto a dealership lot, point to a truck with a cast iron block, and know it would reliably drag a heavy trailer over 200,000 miles without skipping a single beat. The old 5.7-liter Hemi V8 Cummins was the beating heart of the Ram brand. It had a massive cult following because it was tested, trusted, and incredibly simple to maintain in your own driveway. But the executives decided to kill off that legendary powertrain. To meet new regulations, they ripped out the soul of the truck and replaced it with a complex 3.0-liter twin-turbocharged inline-six engine they call the Hurricane. Sure, it makes a little more horsepower on a spreadsheet, but real truck guys do not care about spreadsheets. They care about reliability. The market completely panicked when early reports started rolling in. Owners are experiencing oil leaks before hitting the 1,500-mile mark. If that was not bad enough, Ram introduced a brand new electrical architecture known as Atlantis. Rushing a new engine and a new electrical system out the door at the exact same time is a recipe for an absolute disaster. The forums are flooded with documented issues. We are talking about flashing odometers, airbag warning lights going off randomly, and trucks going completely dead in the driveway after sitting for just a couple of days. Used truck buyers are smart. They are actively avoiding these early production models like the plague. Nobody wants to be the test dummy for unproven, overly complicated electronics and turbochargers that cost an absolute fortune to replace outside of the factory warranty. The depreciation hit on these models is staggering, with values plummeting as buyers scramble to find the last remaining 2024 models that still have the classic V8 under the hood. The days of simple, rugged reliability feel like they are slipping away faster than ever. If you think killing the Hemi V8 was the biggest mistake Ram ever made, hit the like button right now to let them know. Coming in at number 2, the 2022 to 2024 Ford F-150 Lightning. Think back to the golden era of the old body-style Ford trucks from the 1990s. If you needed to haul a heavy load of lumber or drag a horse trailer across state lines, you fired up a simple, naturally aspirated V8, or a legendary 7.3-liter Power Stroke diesel. You could pull thousands of pounds all day long, pull into a gas station, fill up the tank in 5 minutes, and get right back on the highway. It was absolute freedom. You never had to plan your entire workday around where you were going to stop and wait. But Ford decided to mess with the most iconic and trusted nameplate in American automotive history by rushing out an electric work truck. On paper, they promised the world. They claimed it could tow up to 10,000 pounds and serve as the ultimate tool for the modern blue-collar worker. But real-world data paints a totally different and frustrating picture. When you actually hook up a heavy trailer to this electric truck, the battery range drops by a massive 50 to 60%. Suddenly, a truck that was supposed to go 300 miles can barely make it 80 to 100 miles before it desperately needs to be plugged in. For a contractor or a farmer, that is not a functional work truck. That is a complete logistical nightmare. You cannot stop working for 45 minutes in the middle of the day just to sit at a public charging station. Add in the fact that cold winter weather drains the battery even faster, and you are left with a heavy, overpriced commuter vehicle that just happens to have a bed in the back. Now that we are looking at the used market, the financial reality is absolutely brutal. Early adopters and fleets are returning these trucks as their 3-year leases expire, flooding dealerships with used electric vehicles that nobody wants to buy. A massive oversupply and zero demand means the resale value has completely collapsed. Hard-working buyers are terrified of the potential $20,000 battery replacement cost once that factory warranty runs out. It is a harsh lesson that you simply cannot replace a century of proven combustion engine reliability with a heavy battery pack and empty promises. If you think electric trucks have a long way to go before they can truly replace gas and diesel, share this video with a buddy who needs a reality check.
Coming in at number 1, the 2024 Chevrolet Silverado EV. Remember the classic Chevy square bodies from the 1970s and 80s? You bought a simple pickup with a bulletproof 350 small block V8 under the hood. It had manual roll-up windows, a basic AM radio, and absolutely zero computer screens to go blank on you. It was an honest, rugged machine that you actually owned outright. Once you handed your hard-earned cash to the dealer, that truck was yours to fix, modify, and drive into the dirt for decades without ever paying another dime to the manufacturer. Fast forward to today, and General Motors has completely lost touch with the hard-working American truck buyer. They pushed out the Silverado EV on their experimental Ultium battery platform, charging an outrageous sum of nearly $100,000 for the early, fully loaded trims. Almost immediately, the market was hit with a brutal reality check. The heavy platform suffered from massive software glitches, random warning lights, and a driving range that plummets the second the winter temperature drops below freezing or you try to haul a heavy load. But the ultimate insult, the core reason this specific truck has suffered a historic 55% collapse in resale value, is pure corporate greed. General Motors made the terrible decision to completely remove Apple CarPlay and Android Auto from the dashboard. Instead of letting you seamlessly use the smartphone you already pay for, they forced in a proprietary built-in system and started charging recurring monthly subscriptions. Imagine paying close to 6 figures for a brand new pickup truck, and then the manufacturer tells you that you have to pay $15 to $25 every single month just to use the basic navigation and voice features on your own center screen. The used market reacted exactly how you would expect. Blue-collar buyers are absolutely furious, and they are actively refusing to touch these vehicles. Nobody wants to buy a heavily depreciated used electric truck just to inherit a lifetime of monthly bills. This is the absolute worst example of modern automakers trying to turn your personal driveway into an endless subscription service. The electric truck hype has completely evaporated, leaving early buyers drowning in massive negative equity. If you are sick and tired of automakers trying to charge you a monthly fee just to use your own screen, hit that subscribe button right now and join the resistance. At the end of the day, looking at the truck market in 2026, it is clear that everything has changed. Keeping your older, simpler pickup on the road is no longer just about nostalgia. It is a highly intelligent financial decision. Sure, keeping a 20-year-old rig running comes with its own set of real challenges. Parts wear out, rubber hoses crack, and you will spend some weekends out in the garage turning wrenches. But when you compare that to losing $40,000 of your hard-earned equity in just 24 months, the choice is obvious. An older truck might need a new alternator or a water pump, but it will never lock you out with a software glitch or charge you $15 a month just to use the radio. If you value honesty in the truck market and want to keep your pickup on the road, join our community. Drop a like and let me know in the comments which truck is sitting in your garage. Stay safe, and remember, a computer screen will never outwork iron.